Quigger. Quigger.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Mr. Neil Quigley. Hello everybody, welcome to Quigger's Plays Pop this week. Do not be alarmed, it is actually me. It is going to be the final week tonight of Quigger's Plays Pop. For a while we're going to take a bit of a break, so therefore I thought I'd do something a bit different tonight. Dress up as Elvis, we'll have a bit of fun. The quiz itself though remains the same. We're still going to get the normal 6 rounds. There's still 5 questions in each round. Nothing else changes apart from you have to put up with me being dressed like this for the entire night. That's all, okay? If you're just playing for the first time, welcome along. I don't normally dress like this. It's not normally an Elvis themed quiz, and it isn't Elvis themed tonight by any stretch of the imagination. I normally dress quite smart, but you know, just for tonight, why not? Bit of fun. We've gone a bit Elvis because we can, and it is the end of season break. How you play along with the game is entirely up to you. Doesn't matter. You can do it individually. You can, if you're in the big room together, there's lots of you play together. I know some people play for WhatsApp groups or while on the other phone, or it's however you play is great, doesn't really matter. The only reason I started this was just to have a bit of fun while we couldn't really go anywhere else, have a giggle on a Tuesday night, and that kind of remains the same. That remains how it is. But as I said earlier, this is going to be the last one for a while, so enjoy it. We'll have some fun. And let's get going with round 1 of Quigger's Plays Pop. Welcome along. You can, as ever, give me a message if you like on the left-hand side. Although with these dark glasses on, I can't really see too much. But it looks like we've got Linda, Andrew, Dom and Julie are here. So hello to you. If you do want to message me throughout the programme, you can. I'll try and read them a bit later, normally in between rounds as we go on. Right, okay, let's get started with tonight's Quigger's Plays Pop round 1, question 1. Question 1 is this. Who had a #1 song in 2002 with the song Gotta Get Through This? Who had a #1 song in 2002 with the song Gotta Get Through This? Question 2. Which duo was Alison Moyet a member of before she went solo? Which duo was Alison Moyet a member of before she went solo? And question 3. Which brother and sister had a top 10 hit in the UK in 1973 with a song called Top of the World? Question 3 tonight. Which brother and sister had a top 10 hit in the UK in 1973 with a song called Top of the World? On to question 4. In which country was the singer Enrique Iglesias born? In which country was the singer Enrique Iglesias born? That's question 4, round 1 of tonight's fun, and tonight I guess a little bit different and quirky pop quiz. And the final question in round 1. Who had a #1 song in 1991 with the one and only? Who had a #1 song in 1991 with the one and only? There you go, that's your first 5 questions on tonight's pop quiz. We are up and running. We'll just give you a few moments, as I do at the end of every round, just to have an extra think about it, try and work out what's going on, maybe a bit more thinking time, a bit more discussion time if there's more of you in the room. But we'll do the answers very, very shortly. Hello to Sandra in Durham, who's on for the first time. I use that as an opportunity to say, if you have missed any of the previous Quigger's Plays Pops and you've got a few hours spare, all of them are actually on my Facebook page on video, so you can go and watch previous weeks if you want to, if you need entertainment or need something to pass the time or whatever. Okay then, here's the answers to round 1. Question 1 was this. Who had a #1 song in 2002 with the song Gotta Get Through This? It was Daniel Bedingfield. I believe, if my memory serves me right, he may have made that song in his bedroom as well. Question 2. Which duo was Alison Moyet a member of before she went solo? She was in Yazoo with Vince Clarke, who went on to form Erasure with Andy Bell. But Yazoo, the answer we were looking for there. Question 3. Which brother and sister had a top 10 hit in the UK in 1973 with a song called Top of the World? They were Karen and Richard, better known as The Carpenters. The Carpenters, the answer to question 3. Question 4. In which country was the singer Enrique Iglesias born? His dad, we know probably where he was born, but his dad maybe moved around a bit. Did he have his son in his home country? Yes, he did. Spain is the answer. He was born in Madrid. Spain, the answer for where Enrique Iglesias was born. And the final question and answer in this round. Who had a #1 song in 1991 with The One and Only? It was the one and only Chesney Hawkes. The final answer in our first round. Hope you had a good round there. You were successful and you did what you needed to do. Also, as well, I hope you had a good week and you're staying safe and getting used to the new normal. As you can see, Pinky Punky has got his face mask on there, keeping it safe. He's in the room with me, but we're almost social distanced. Okay, on to round 2 then. If you're new, there's always 2 lyrics rounds in our quiz. Round 2 is the first of those lyrics rounds. I will give the opening lyrics to a song. I need you to tell me the name of the song and the band or artist who released it first. So I'll give you the lyrics. I want the song, name of that, and also the original artist or band that released it. Here we go then. Here's our first lyric. Lyric 1 in round 2. She sits alone waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart is gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking? Does that ring a bell? Do you know what that is the opening lines to? Which song? Who's it by? Here it is again. She sits alone, waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart is gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking? That's lyric 1, name of the song and who did it first, please. On to lyric 2 then. You must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl, opposites attract, it's physical, only logical. Any idea what that song is? You must understand, though the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl, opposites attract, it's physical, only logical. Do you recognise that song? And if you do you know who did it, whose song it is, who did it first? On to lyric 3 then. Well, I've been waited here so long, but thinking nothing could go wrong. Oh, now I know she has a built-in ability to take everything she sees, and now it seems I'm falling for her. Give you that again, quite a lot of lyric there for your money. It's the opening lines to which song and who is it by. Here we go again. Question 3. Well, I've been waiting here so long, but thinking nothing could go wrong. Oh, now I know she has a built-in ability to take everything she sees, and now it seems I'm falling for her. On to question 4 then. Here we go. Let's see if I can read this and not completely give the game away. Name of the song and who did it first. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. Any idea what song that could be? What people would do such a song as well? Who would be responsible for that? I'll give it to you one more time. Question 4. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. And the final lyric in this round is this. A candy-coloured clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything's all right. I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night, I softly say. Do you recognise that song? Here it is again. A candy-coloured clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything is all right. I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night, I softly say. Do you know the song and do you know who did it? That's the end of round 2 then. I'll just give you a few moments to think and then we'll go through the answers of that. We'll get through the lyrics there. Hello to Sham, playing first time tonight as well. Hello there, thank you for joining us. I wonder what song is Dom's song. I could guess, but I'm scared to guess. But I think I really know what song that might be. If you do want to message me, by the way, if you get time in between the bits and chat, you can. It's the last one of the series. I'm not American. It's definitely not season. It's series, although I'm dressed as American. So you can basically message what you would like. If I don't get to you during the programme, during the quiz, we'll get back to you after. Right, here we go. Okay, yes, that does make more sense, Dom. Yes, that is your song. I stand corrected. Okay, well, song number 1 is Dom's song. And here is the lyric. Again, what was the answer? She sits alone, waiting for suggestions. He's so nervous, avoiding all the questions. His lips are dry, her heart is gently pounding. Don't you just know exactly what they're thinking? That is the start of Do You Think I'm Sexy by Rod Stewart. Well done if you got that one right. That was the answer to the question 1. Do you think I'm sexy? Rod Stewart. Question 2. You must understand, though, the touch of your hand makes my pulse react, that it's only the thrill of boy meeting girl, opposites attract, it's physical, only logical. Those are the opening lines to What's Love Got to Do With It by Tina Turner. Lyric 3. Well, I've been waiting here so long, but thinking nothing could go wrong. Ooh, now I know she has a built-in ability to take everything she sees, and now it seems I'm falling for her. That is Invisible Touch by Genesis. I saw them do that at Hyde Park a few years ago, and what I didn't realise was the actual lyrics to that song, they have a swear word in. Shocked me completely. Phil swearing on stage, unbelievable. Anyway, Invisible Touch, Genesis, the answer to that. Question 4. Lyric 4 was this. Yo, I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really want. Who could be responsible for such a song? It was the debut song from the Spice Girls, Wannabe. So Wannabe, the Spice Girls, the answer there. And our 5th and final lyric in this first of 2 lyrics round, there's another one later on, was this. A candy-coloured clown they call the Sandman tiptoes to my room every night. Just to sprinkle stardust and to whisper, go to sleep, everything is alright. I close my eyes, then I drift away into the magic night, I softly say. Any idea? These dark glasses may be a bit of a clue to the singer. Believe it or not, that was In Dreams and Roy Orbison. In Dreams, Roy Orbison, the answer to question 5 there. Well, I hope you're enjoying playing along so far and you're doing well. This slightly different Quiggers Plays Pop tonight. It's different. In case you just joined us, by the way, I've not gone completely nuts. Yes, I am dressed as Elvis tonight for 2 reasons. It is the final one in this series. I'll probably give it a bit of a rest, then may bring it back as we head towards the winter and darker months. The second reason is I bought this outfit one night after having far too much wine and listened to Elvis songs, and I just wanted to get some wear out of it, really, basically. It's, it's too good not to wear. Right, on to round 3, and round 3, as ever, is our name-related questions. So it'll make sense if it's the first time we played, but they're all related to names of singers in some way or another. Here we go then. Round 3, name-related questions. Question 1. Sol Hudson is the real name of which former Guns N' Roses guitarist? Sol Hudson is the real name of which former Guns N' Roses guitarist? Question 2 in our 3rd round. Marty Smith and his daughter Kim Smith both changed their surname to what to release songs like Donna for Marty and Kids in America for Kim? So question 2 in this round. Marty Smith and his daughter Kim Smith both changed their surname to what to release songs like Donna for Marty and Kids in America for Kim? Question 3. Orville Richard Burrell had hits including Boombastic, It Wasn't Me and Oh Carolina under what name? Question 3. Orville Richard Burrell had hits including Boombastic, It Wasn't Me, and Oh Carolina, even, under what name? Question 4. John Anthony Gillis is the real name of the guitarist from the American duo whose hits include Seven Nation Army and Fell in Love with a Boy. What's the name of that duo? Question 4. John Anthony Gillis is the real name of the guitarist from the American duo whose hits include Seven Nation Army and Fell in Love with a Boy. Can you tell me who that might be? And our final question is this. Which American singer, songwriter and guitarist is often referred to by his nickname The Boss? Which American singer, songwriter and guitarist is often referred to by his nickname The Boss? There's your 5 questions in that round. What do you reckon? How have you got on? I'll give you a few more moments to have some final thoughts, then I'll go through the answers as we do in this round as ever. 6 rounds in total, so we're almost halfway through tonight's pop quiz. Quigger's Plays Pop. Legally different to any pop quizzes you may have seen in the late 80s, early 90s, hosted by anyone who may have been on Breakfast TV or appeared on some kids' TV programmes. It's any similarity to any former title of a pop quiz, purely coincidental, just in case any lawyers are watching. Okay, here we go then. Answers to round 3, the name-related questions. Question 1. Sol Hudson is the real name of which former Guns N' Roses guitarist? That is, of course, the legendary Slash. And what a guitarist he is as well. Question 2. Marty Smith and his daughter Kim Smith both changed their surname to what to release songs like Donna for Marty and Kids in America for Kim? That would be Wild. Marty Wilde and Kim Wilde. Question 3. Orville Richard Burrell had hits including Boombastic, It Wasn't Me and Oh Carolina under what name? That would be Shaggy. Now, we're not sure how he got his nickname. He was in the Marines, or maybe somebody once thought he looked like the character from Scooby-Doo. You decide which one it might be. I've made up my own mind. Question 4. John Anthony Gillis is the real name of the guitarist from the American duo whose hits include Seven Nation Army and Fell in Love with a Boy. That group would be the White Stripes. The White Stripes, the answer I was looking for there. Jack White, his stage name. When they originally came out with Meg White, they were supposedly brother and sister. Then there was rumours they might have been ex-husband and ex-wife. Who knows what that dynamic was, but the White Stripes was the answer. That's the important thing as far as I'm concerned right now. And the final question in round 3. Which American singer, songwriter and guitarist is often referred to by his nickname The Boss? That is The Boss, Bruce Springsteen, who also happens to be a massive Elvis Presley fan, as it happens. Hope you're enjoying the quiz. Hope you're doing well so far. I will promise, by the way, even though I'm dressed as Elvis, I will not try and play the ukulele at the end. I cannot play anything, not even a chord, and I've had it about 5 years. Absolutely shocking at it, but it looks good on the shelf, doesn't it? That's half the battle, I think. Right then, now it's the audio round, round 4. Audio round as it always is. Now, as I'm dressed as Elvis Presley tonight, I thought I would use him as the basis for this round. Okay, so pretty famously, Elvis did not write his own songs. People wrote for him, or he sometimes handpicked other people's songs, especially when he was doing the Vegas years and his concerts. He chose a lot of songs that he liked by other people. Mind you, due to the unique management skills of Colonel Parker, the people who did some of the writing of Elvis songs, somehow the Colonel and Elvis often got publishing and writing credits on songs they had nothing to do with. Anyway, lots of other people sang versions of the songs he sang. I'm going to play you 5 clips of songs that Elvis did during his concerts, but by different artists, okay? I just need you to tell me the name of the singer or band you can hear doing the song. I don't need the name of the song, just who is singing the version that I'm playing. They're all songs Elvis has sung on stage, but none of these songs are by Elvis tonight. I just need to know who is singing each one. Okay, here's your first one. Song 1 in our audio round. Here we go. Good luck. So all I need to know, not the name of the song. If you recognise the name of the song, good. It might help you get the answer. But who was singing that is simply all I need to know in the audio round this week. Who is singing all of these versions of songs that Elvis did on stage? Okay, here is your second song. Who is singing this? Any idea who was doing that? That was audio question 3. That was audio question 2. Sorry, I still can't count. You'd have thought I'd have learned by now. This is audio question 3, and I need to know who is singing this version of this song. Who's that? Just a reminder, so all these songs Elvis sang on the stage, these are other people's versions of those songs. Who are they? Here's the fourth one. Who's singing this? And our final one in this round tonight. Again, simply, can you tell me who is singing this song? So there you go, there are 5 songs Elvis used to sing on stage, all performed by different people there. Just need to know the names of the people you heard performing those versions of those songs. I would say simple as that. In fact, I'm going to say simple as that. Give you a few more seconds just to have a quick think about those songs. I mean, Elvis on stage did some spectacular versions on those songs. He always had a full orchestra, the full band of him, the TCB band. He had his backing singers who were just amazing. It was just that the live sound must have been amazing. I'd love to have gone to one of those concerts. Anyway, here is the answers to our audio round 4. Who are singing these songs? Here's the first one again for you. So the song is Always on My Mind. And that was the Pet Shop Boys version of that song. The Pet Shop Boys, the answer there. Song written by Willie Nelson. He did the original version, of course, having wrote it. And Elvis used to sing that quite a bit, released as a single himself, Elvis 2. On to audio song 2. Who's this? The song, Viva Las Vegas, that was ZZ Top. ZZ Top's version of that song. On to song 3 then. Who is singing here? Probably quite an unmistakable voice, I would hope. Dusty Springfield and her version of You Don't Have to Say You Love Me. Again, she did it first, Elvis liked it, and then took it on stage, gave it the full big band treatment as only he could. Here's song 4. Who did this version? That was I Can't Help Falling in Love with You. UB40 was the answer there. That was UB40's version. Elvis used to finish his concerts with that song. He never used to do an encore. He normally used to finish his concert with that song. And by the time pretty much that song finished, he was in the limo out of the building. Hence the Elvis has left the building announcement. And the final one in this round then. Who did this version of this song? The song Suspicious Minds, or as they say, Suspicious Minds. Fine Young Cannibals. That was the Fine Young Cannibals version of that song. And that is the end of the audio round. Hopefully you did well there, and hopefully you're enjoying the quiz. I'm indulging myself a little bit tonight, as you can probably tell, but I'm having a laugh. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves and having a bit of fun. Good job they give you this scarf, by the way, with the outfit. Otherwise, well, you'd all end up seeing far too much chest, and nobody wants that on a Tuesday night. Okay, time for our penultimate round. Round 5, and it's the second of the 2 lyrics rounds tonight. Then, what I'm going to do, again, give you the opening lyrics to a song. I want you to tell me the band or artist who did the best known version of this. So, give you the lyrics as ever, with opening lines to a song, need the name of the song, and who did the best known version of it, be it a solo singer or a band. Okay, here we go. Lyric 1 in round 5. It's this. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue before me and you, and I think to myself, do you know what that song is and who did the best known version? Here's lyric 2, question 2 in this round. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. Lyric 2. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. On to lyric 3 in this round then. Here we go. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona for some California grass. Name of the song, who did it? Here it is again. Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona for some California grass. And question 4, lyric 4. Quite a lot of lyric for your money here, so here we go. I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Lying awake, intent on tuning onto you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. Oh. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology, and now I understand the problems you can see. A lot of lyric there, maybe some bits of it are recognisable, ringing a bell, who knows? I'll try and read it again, maybe even slightly better than I read it the first time if you're lucky. Who knows? Here we go. Lyric 4. I heard you on the wireless back in 52, lying awake, intent at tuning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. Oh. They took the credit for your second symphony, rewritten by machine on new technology, and now I understand the problems you can see. Name of the song and who did the best known version. And finally, the last of our lyrics tonight. See if you can get this one. I think you might. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on. Any idea the song and who might have sung it? Do it to you one more time. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on. I think you've all worked out who probably has done the song, but do you know the title? Do you know the title there? Give you a few more moments. This is our last lyrics round on Quigger's Plays Pop. We've had a lot of fun doing it over I think it's been 14-15 weeks now that I've been doing this. I literally just started it, was going to do it 1 week for a bit of fun, bit of a giggle, lighten the mood, have a laugh, whatever, because we couldn't go anywhere or do anything, and it was, it was right at the start of things. Kept it going because I've enjoyed it and hopefully you've enjoyed it, but unfortunately I've got to take a bit of a break from it at the moment, but hopefully it may well return in the winter months as it gets a bit darker. Let's not rule that out. Right, here are the answers to round 5, lyrics round. First lyric. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them blue before me and you, and I think to myself, come on, you're all singing it now, aren't you? What a wonderful world. Louis Armstrong, the answer there. What a wonderful world, Louis Armstrong. Question and lyric 2. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I'll think of you every step of the way. I Will Always Love You. Whitney Houston I was looking for. That was the best known version, I would say. Certainly the biggest selling version. Of course, written by Dolly Parton. She had the hit with the original. So I'm feeling generous. I'll take Whitney or Dolly. But I Will Always Love You is the title of the song. And it has to be that. Very strict on that. Okay, on to lyric 3. In this round, Jojo was a man who thought he was a loner, but he knew it couldn't last. Jojo left his home in Tucson, Arizona from some California grass. That was, and indeed is, Get Back with the Beatles featuring Billy Preston. So Get Back, the Beatles featuring Billy Preston. The answer to lyric 3 in round 5. And here's quite a long lyric, but you know, I'll get through it. I shouldn't complain. I write these, so I wrote this earlier. Anyway, here it is. Lyric 4. What's the song? Who did the best known version? I heard you on the wireless back in 52. Lying awake, intent of turning in on you. If I was young, it didn't stop you coming through. Oh. They took the credit for your second symphony. Rewritten by machine on new technology. And now I understand the problems you can see. I used to have that as my ringtone for absolutely ages, and at one point I think it was my alarm setting as well. It's Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles. Video Killed the Radio Star, the Buggles. Robbie Williams did do a version, but I mean, I'm a massive Robbie fan, but yeah, you know, the original's better. Sorry, Robbie. And question 5. When no one else can understand me, when everything I do is wrong, you give me hope and consolation, you give me strength to carry on. Elvis Presley, by the way, was the artist, just in case you didn't pick up on my subtle clues a bit earlier. Elvis Presley, and the song The Wonder of You. The Wonder of You, Elvis Presley, the answer there. Shortly coming on to our final round. Luckily I'm wearing the dark glasses so you can't see how sad I am and you can't see the tears falling. Just one more round to go on Quigger's Plays Pop. What has been a lot of fun for me, hopefully for you, weekly fun pop quiz that we've done for ages now, just for a bit of a giggle on a Tuesday night. Thank you all for joining me. Hope it's passed some time, it's made you smile, you've had a bit of fun, whatever's gone on with it, it's been good. But now, my friends, it's time to do round 6, the final round on tonight's quiz. Here we go then, one last time. 5 questions, 5 answers. Sit back, here we go. Question 1. Which member of Girls Aloud had a #1 song with Fight for Your Love in 2009? Which member of Girls Aloud had a #1 song with Fight for Your Love in 2009? Question 2. Who was the lead singer with The Verve? Who was the lead singer with The Verve? On to question 3. Roll With It, Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall and Some Might Say were all included on which Oasis album? And I don't mean the greatest hits. Which album were they all on originally? So Roll With It, Don't Look Back in Anger, Wonderwall and Some Might Say were all included on which Oasis album? Not the greatest hits album, the one they were all originally on. Thank you very much. And question 4. Who had a top 10 UK hit with Start Me Up in 1981? Who had a UK top 10 hit with Start Me Up in 1981? And lastly, our final question. I'm all right. Our final question is this. I'm not all right. Okay, final question. Who released the double A side record with the songs We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions back in 1977? So that final question again. Who released a double A-sided record with the songs We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions back in 1977? Let's give you a few last moments if you need any final seconds on that one. We are overrunning slightly tonight. I apologise. I've just got a bit carried away in the moment, you know, in the excitement of it all. It's all got a bit too much for me, but let's go for the answers one final time. Right. Round 6, question 1. Which member of Girls Aloud had a #1 song with Fight for Your Love in 2009? That would be Cheryl Cole. She's still calling herself, even though I think that was about 2 marriages ago. But anyway, let's not get bogged down in detail. Cheryl Cole, the answer. Question 2. Who was the lead singer with The Verve? The lead singer with The Verve? There you go, have that. The lead singer with The Verve, Richard Ashcroft, the answer. Richard Ashcroft, the answer there. He almost actually moved down the road from me years ago, about 20 years ago. There was a big house not far from me, and word got round that Richard Ashcroft had looked around it, and Gary Lineker, apparently, the same house. We all got very excited. Neither of them moved in. But there you go. What are you going to do? Question 3. Roll with it. Don't look back in anger. Wonderwall and Some Might Say were all on which Oasis album originally? That would be What's the Story? Morning Glory, that was released in 1995. Question 4. Who had a top 10 UK hit with Start Me Up in 1981? Who had a UK top 10 hit with Start Me Up in 1981? The Rolling Stones. Still going strong. The Rolling Stones. Just released a new single. Well, I've got one coming out soon with Jimmy Page on guitar. And finally, talking to Jimmy Page, by the way, I actually once met him, true story, dressed as Elvis Presley. Sadly, the costume was nowhere near as good as this one. And what I found out later that I forgot the time was, I rocked up to Jimmy Page's place dressed as Elvis for a fancy dress party. He, of course, had met the real Elvis Presley previously. Yeah, embarrassing. Anyway, final question. Who released a double A-sided record with the songs We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions in 1977? That would, of course, be Queen. That is our answer. Thank you for playing. Thank you for indulging me for the last few weeks. So I love music. I love pop music. I love quizzes. It's been a chance for me to put a quiz together, have a bit of fun with you all. It's been great to interact on Facebook as well and chat and catch up and take the mickey out of each other. I've been kind of reading the messages, but these dark glasses are not that conducive to looking at them all. But yeah, you're right. I do look damn hot in the suit, basically, is what I'm getting the impression there. You must all be wearing dark glasses, is all I can imagine then in that case. But thank you for playing along. That is it for Quigger's Plays Pop for tonight. If you have just joined us, or if you do get withdrawal symptoms, all the old episodes are still on my Facebook page. You can play them all. Maybe test how good your memory was. See if you can still remember the answers from week 1. You never know. But that is pretty much it. Thanks for watching and playing along at home all these weeks. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. Stay safe, look after each other, have fun, laugh, smile a lot and listen to lots of music. It does you lots of good. You always feel better for it. Right, I'm going to go and get changed. I don't live in this. Thanks for playing along. Cheers, everybody. Good night. Thanks very much.
Quigger.